Today's sales strategy: dollars to charity for pennies of cost. Hi everyone, I'm Steve Savant, host of the daily talk show, Let's Get Down to Business.
And I'm Don Prehn, Senior Advisor to InsMark.
Don, what's our sales idea today?
Okay, today we're going to show how efficient it is to transfer money to charities at your death by using cash value life insurance. And what we're going to show is how little it costs on a pennies basis to transfer $1 to a charity at your death.
Keep in mind, most advisors who have a good client base, most of your clients really do have charitable intent. So always ask the question, do you have any charities you'd like to see go forward into perpetuity? And we're going to be talking about, not today, we're going to be talking about the cash value life insurance, but remember, this is applicable, whatever we're talking about today is applicable for charitable gift annuities, charitable remainder trusts, and charitable lead trusts. Now, I just want to walk in through this basic idea. Art and Jane Bennett, they're not their real names, of course, and their ages 45 and 40, and they have a kind of a mid-five-figure annual they are mid-five-figure annual donors to a major U.S. zoo and are interested in creating an endowment for the zoo upon their death that will perpetuate as a gift. And they're considering giving away or acquiring $1 million of life insurance, assuming the zoo can pay the 5% annual policy death benefit.
Yeah, this is kind of a fun story. This is a husband and wife, very involved with a large zoo in a major metropolitan city, and they are fairly well off. They give this zoo $50,000 a year in cash gifts every year, so they're doing very well. And the idea is, gee, when we're both gone, we still love the zoo, we love the animals, we want it to go on forever. We want to keep giving that $50,000 a year forever after we're gone. The idea was, okay, well, how would we make that happen? How do we continue that $50,000 a year forever? And the idea was, well, let's buy a $1 million life insurance policy, assuming the zoo can earn a 5% rate of return, and that way they would have a $50,000 endowment that would go every year, even when they're gone.
Now, I notice they're paying $20,000 in premium for only 5 years. We're not talking a lot of outlay here, and on top of it, the zoo is an official, nonprofit, approved IRS 501c3 organization. And they're going to be the owner and the beneficiary, and the premium will be deducted from the Bennett's on their charitable contribution.
That's right.
Now, let's walk through some of the basics of this on this chart to kind of demonstrate the power and leverage of life insurance. Don?
Yeah, I mean, the idea is very simple. They're paying $20,000 a year to the zoo. They're making a cash donation, so that's fully deductible to them. With that, they're buying a $1 million death benefit. Now, because they're in about a 50% income tax bracket, that $20,000 gift only cost them about $10,000 because they're high net worth and high income category. So if you look at this, what this is saying is over 5 years, they want to just get the policy funded quickly. And so they funded it in 5 years. The after-tax cost was $50,000. They got $1 million of life insurance. So what this graph is showing is that their cost per dollar, here's 25 cents. Their cost per dollar to the zoo at their death is only 5 cents. The $50,000 after-tax cost against the $1 million of life insurance. And actually, it's less than 5 cents out of here because the policy's cash value starts driving up the death benefit to where the cost per dollar to the zoo at their death is actually less than 5 cents. But what this is showing is it never goes over 5 cents to get $1 at their death to their charity.
Now, when I'm looking at that, although the policy is issued at a level $1 million death benefit, the cash values developed force the face amount up. There's now a little bit of leverage there as well.
Yeah, in later years, it absolutely will increase that death benefit amount.
So if you're looking at this from that point of view too, you're looking at for every dollar of death benefit I lay out, I'm paying a low cost of 1.8 cents on this.
Yeah,
I think that leverage is huge.
Out at the end, at age 90 or, yeah, that's
here
exactly
are three
right.
graphs kind of put together. And by the way, I like this, how Wealthy and Wise demonstrates this. Not 3 pages, I have 3 summary statements on 1 page. You know how I love stuff like this. So let's talk about each one and the power of each graph.
Yeah, this is, InsMark has a software product called the InsMark illustration system, and that's where you'd create this graph and for this particular concept sales idea. And here at the top, you see the cumulative after-tax costs. And again, they paid $20,000 a year in cash donations for 5 years. It's $100,000. They're in a 50% income tax bracket when you include everything. And so that cumulative after-tax cost is $50,000. That's what that's showing. Down here, the zoo owns the policy, and as you can see, their death benefit starts at $1 million. That's the purple line, and their cash value grows over time. And by the time out 50, 60 years, this death benefit has increased to $2.7 million because the cash value is pushing up the death benefit. And the last graph over here is you're showing the cost per dollar of funding. And again, as we said, it's 5 cents per dollar to the zoo, that $50,000 of after-tax cost against the $1 million death benefit, dropping down to 1.8 cents as this death benefit starts to increase.
To me, this is a powerful graph that demonstrates this. But you know what? Is this just for wealthy clients only? It really isn't. When you think about it, even a person in the 25% tax bracket could enjoy the same. It may not be, the leverage may not be the same, but when you're looking for the actual cent, 7.5 cents for every dollar that you're buying of death benefit, it's still a powerful attribute, even at 25% tax bracket. And then lastly, I just want to talk about the dollars to the charity for pennies on the cost works with any permanent form of life insurance, whether it's whole life, current assumption UL, index UL, or even variable life. The plan giving representatives from the charitable organization typically welcome gifts of life insurance, and the discounted dollars approach to evaluating such gifts is an effective way to analyze them. Be aware, however, that those in charge of current gifts would rather have the gifts associated with these plans donated in cash instead. This demonstrates how you can use pennies on the dollar. Even if you have a small wallet and a big heart, this is how you accomplish it with life insurance. Today's sales idea is brought to you by Ash Brokerage, the practice enhancement company.
And by InsMark, the most widely used software when it comes to strategies and presentations using cash value life insurance.